Deronda here with Foods 101. Today is potato soup day. This is scrumptious and perfect for these chilly days ahead. The ingredients you're going to need is 3 cups of cubed potatoes. I use a Yukon potatoes, anywhere from 4 to 5 potatoes. Now, your Yukon potatoes are waxy. They're not considered starchy potatoes like your russet potatoes. So therefore, as your potato soup cooks, your cubed potatoes will hold up better. 3 cups of whole milk, you can substitute for 2%. 2 cups of chicken broth, you can substitute for vegetable broth. 8 ounces of Velveeta cheese. This will make this potato soup delicious and creamy. 3 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. 1/2 cup of finely chopped onions. 1/2 cup of finely chopped celery. You're looking for a celery stalk about this size. 1/2 cup of shredded carrots. You're looking for 1 carrot this size. 1/2 teaspoon of grated black pepper. 1 teaspoon of salt. You can add more or less, or you can leave it out. 2 teaspoons of freshly chopped parsley. If you're going to use dried parsley, you're going to want to use 1 tablespoon. And 6 slices of bacon that I've cut down, so I'm going to start rendering the fat out of it. For the toppings, I like to use thinly sliced fresh green onions. Some of you may know these onions as spring onions, sour cream, and shredded cheddar cheese. You may want to fry a little extra bacon for the top as well. I'm going to leave that up to you. Let me show you how we're going to get this started. In a 5-quart Dutch oven or saucepan over medium heat, we're going to render the bacon. We want these little crunchy bits of bacon. And as you can see where I've sliced my bacon slices down, you can just pull it apart because you want these little bite-sized pieces. This will take a few minutes and they'll come apart as they continue to fry. Time to remove your bacon bits out of the pan because we're going to pour off all that excess fat. We do not want that in our potato soup. See all that fat? We're going to dump that out. Back with our fat-free Dutch oven over medium heat, we're going to add those onions. You see that brown in the bottom? That is what's going to give it fantastic flavor. We're going to deglaze our pan with our vegetables. And as you see, all that brown comes right off and absorbs in our vegetables and gives this tremendous flavor. Ooh, yeah. Now that we've got those brown bits off the bottom of our Dutch oven, we're going to add that bacon back in. Fry extra for the topping of your bowl of potato soup with our chicken broth. The seasonings, there's the pepper, salt, add more or less, and I'm using fresh parsley. Now if you're using dried parsley, you want to use a little bit more. And our diced potatoes. I had my potatoes soaking in water just to keep them from oxidizing, turning brown. And I drained the water off before I'm adding them here into our chicken broth and our vegetables. We're going to bring this to a boil on medium-high heat. Once your soup comes to a roaring boil, we're going to turn down our heat to simmer. We're going to cover and let cook for 15 to 20 minutes. Meanwhile, I'm going to show you how we're going to prepare our milk. Pour about a couple of tablespoons into your flour, and with a whisk, we're going to make a little slurry. You don't want to dump your flour in here all at once. If you do, you're going to get this lumpy flour mixture, and it's definitely what you don't want. Now that you've got your flour nice and smooth here in your milk, go ahead and add it into the rest of your milk. Let's go back over and check on the potatoes. There's our potatoes after 15 minutes. I'm going to check on the tenderness of the potatoes here. And they look very tender to me. Let's see, if it just barely breaks apart, which it did, then it's ready for that milk flour slurry. Add it in all at once. We're going to turn up our heat to medium and give it a lovely little stirring. We want this to come to a gentle boil, stirring occasionally. Now that your soup is boiling, we're going to constantly stir for 2 minutes because we want that raw flour flavor out of our soup. Continue stirring till your 2 minutes are up. 2 minutes are up. Turn off my timer. Time to start adding our cubes of Velveeta. Okay, I've turned off my heat because I don't want our soup overcooking. We've got that raw flour flavor out. Our soup's nice and thick, and this is going to make it a little bit thicker and creamier. And we're going to continue stirring until all the Velveeta cheese has melted and disappeared right into our potato soup. Soup's on. Oh, look how creamy that is. Mmm. Wow. Nice, steamy, warm. I'm going to add a few green onions that I've sliced here on the top. It's not necessary. It's for looks and a little bit more flavor. A little shredded cheddar cheese. Gotta go in here for a scrumptious bite. Look at those potatoes. That bacon. Mmm. It smells so yummy. Here goes. Wow. Mmm. Of course. The bacon comes through. Potatoes are perfectly tender. Nice, smooth, silky texture. Mmm. Loaded with flavors from that mirepoix, that onion, celery, and carrots. If you're looking for a fantastic potato soup, I highly recommend this recipe. And like always, I put all my recipes below in the description box. I'm Deronda with Foods 101. And you know, it has the perfect amount of salt. It has the perfect amount of flavoring. Like, I wouldn't think that just a teaspoon of salt would be enough. And I'm sure there's sodium there in the chicken broth as well as the Velveeta cheese. Mmm. Not to mention that fantastic bacon. Oh, it's addictive. I'm Deronda with Foods 101. Give me thumbs up, leave me a comment, hit that notification bell to be the first to get my new YouTube food videos. Thanks a million for watching. Stay safe, and I'll catch you lovely people later.